Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terrence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez.
And, you know, I mean, it's a circus, man. To me, when I hear things like that, I just, man, that's not good for boxing, man. To be honest with you, and especially the face of boxing, the pound for pound king, trying to fight this little guys, you know. I mean, I don't think that's cool. That's
If you think Canelo versus Crawford is the biggest fight of the year, think again. Because while it looks like a dream matchup on paper, 2 pound-for-pound kings, 2 boxing icons, 1 ring, the truth is, this fight is more about money, hype, and flashy PR moves than it is about skill for skill legacy boxing. And if you really care about the sweet science, this fight's gonna leave a bitter taste in your mouth.
It looked like Canelo, and I have to ask you, your son should have got the opportunity.
Embarrassing, man. You know, that would be embarrassing.
And how do you feel about Canelo?
It would be embarrassing for me to even ask for a fight with Terrence Crawford, you know, with David Benavidez. Come on, you know, it's embarrassing, you know. It's like me trying to go to fight Usyk. Come on, bro, you know. It's a big difference. Canelo's too big for Terrence Crawford, you know. It's all about money. I think that Canelo does not need to fight for belts. He could go and do exhibitions and he'll make the same money that he's making, because at the end of the day, you know, he's Canelo. He's worked so hard and people will pay to go see him. But I just believe that he has fucking belts hostage, you know. He's not giving people opportunities, you know, and I don't know why the organizations are allowing that, why not make it mandatory. We waited for 4 years, man, mandatory, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, man, I just don't even want to talk about Canelo.
What about that 200
now, you know, that now we have Diego Pacheco at 168. Now, you know, it's like Canelo, you know, like, but I would even think that he would never face Diego Pacheco at this point.
Hear me out. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford is being sold to the world as a historic event. But let's break it down. Who really asked for this? Who benefits? And who's risking the most? Because this might just be the biggest mismatch with the biggest marketing budget boxing has ever seen. This is the truth about Canelo versus Crawford.
Crawford versus Canelo.
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking around heavier. And I appreciate Canelo Alvarez coming on this show, having me interview him last week before his victory over Munguia, which I knew would happen. I appreciate his honesty and his candor. But I was honest too. He knows what I want. I want what all boxing fans want. We want to see the reigning, defending super middleweight champion of the world, fighting against another super middleweight champion in David Benavidez.
So here's how we got here. Turki Alaushik, the Saudi Arabian entertainment powerhouse, basically bankrolling the entire boxing scene right now, decided to make history again. After hosting mega events like Fury versus Usyk and Joshua versus Ngannou, he's back at it, bringing Canelo and Crawford into the same ring.
It's happened. Canelo Crawford, 13th of September in Las Vegas. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, Canelo. Thank you, Crawford. Thank you, Netflix. Bella. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, all your team in Netflix. Thank you, Nick Khan, TKO. Thank you, Dana, my brother, who he will promote this fight with me. Thank you for Sila, Dr. Rakan, my old friend, Dr. Rakan. Thank you to Riyadh Season, Faisal. Thank you to Fatal Fury, SNK. Thank you to The Ring Magazine. Thank you for everyone. This is the biggest fight in boxing and in history in the last 10 years and maybe more. Thank you, Shepard, from the team of Canelo. Thank you, Ash, the Hunters. And this is very good opportunity for the talent in boxing. we will make the undercard, all the undercard, about talent. Because we have the biggest fight. We don't need big fight in the undercard. For that, we will give the chance for the talent. If you think you are ready to be in the undercard of Canelo Crawford, come talk with us. And maybe you will have chance. Thank you, and see you in Vegas the 13th of September, inshallah.
And to be honest, it feels historic. Crawford, fresh off completely dismantling Errol Spence Jr. and becoming undisputed at welterweight, is now chasing greatness. Canelo? He's still the face of boxing, the red-headed destroyer who's dominated super middleweight for years. So yeah, it looks like a dream fight. But let's not confuse hype with logic, because real ones know this fight doesn't make sense physically.
Crawford can make Canelo look bad just like Mayweather did, okay, and just took him to school without running. Or we'll see, Canelo just annihilate him because of the weight. You have to remember that that Crawford is a 47-pounder or 54-pounder. Coming and Canelo has fought he's probably weighed 200 pounds in the ring at one point. So and it makes a huge difference, guys. 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds makes a huge difference. So especially at the elite level. So I think it's a great fight. I just think that the press conferences were freaking lame.
Why?
Just because it was all staged. I mean, come on, guys. Look, if you want to see Canelo pissed off, take a look at my press conference.
Let's be real. When you strip the names, the hype, and the Saudi oil money out of it, this ain't the super fight boxing purists wanted. Crawford is a natural 147-pounder. That's welterweight. That's where he built his legacy. Undefeated, undisputed, and honestly, untouched. Even when he stepped up to 154, it was still speculative. We've never seen him tested against true 154 monsters. He never even settled there. So now suddenly, he's skipping straight to 168?
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. He's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. So everybody, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, we take in this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terrence, you have said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
I said when I win.
When you win. Well, with that, what is Terrence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain. Ain't nothing left to say.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
You're telling me Bud is going to fight at super middleweight against a guy who's been dominating that division for years? Canelo's fought at 160, at 168, and even at 175. He's taken bombs from light heavyweights. He went toe-to-toe with guys like Sergey Kovalev, actual punchers at cruiserweight levels, and didn't fold. The man is a walking tank. That's a 21-pound natural difference.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Rashid told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off.
Orbital.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
And size? Size matters in boxing. This isn't basketball, where you can just shoot over height. In boxing, every pound means more impact. Every division jump means your power doesn't land the same, and your chin doesn't hold up the same. Crawford's speed, timing, and IQ are elite, no doubt. But he's walking into the ring with a man who's fought killers at heavier weights. Can Bud carry that same power up? Can he take Canelo's body shots, which have folded super middleweights?
The last fighters that you fought,
They ain't on my level, and you know
I
that.
fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me one
2002.
elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
It's gonna be
you.
me.
I don't
And
care
you
about
will-
nobody else.
And you will see that. Day.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? Same shit everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Let's not forget the history books. Kell Brook jumped up to 160 to fight GGG. His face got broken. Amir Khan tried the same. Went to sleep mid-fight against Canelo. Mikey Garcia jumped to fight Spence at 147. Didn't win a single round. It's a pattern. Smaller, highly skilled fighters chasing greatness get bodied when they go too high. Not because they aren't good, but because there's a reason we have weight classes. Now, here's the boring part for purists. It takes away the suspense.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terrence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
When the matchup is already that lopsided physically, it doesn't feel like a chess match. It feels like a cash grab. Crawford's greatness will be dulled by the fact that he's undersized. Even if he puts up a fight, it's likely to become a slow-paced battle where Canelo presses forward, shrugs off punches, and throws those thudding body shots that sap your soul by round 6. Crawford will be forced to fight too perfect to survive. That's not exciting. That's watching your favorite player run uphill with weights on. He's got to box flawlessly while praying Canelo doesn't catch him clean.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yep.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out until that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. Black and brown is how you get down.
That's right. That's right.
And for Canelo, if he wins, he beat a welterweight. Cool. No legacy boost. No risk. Just another smaller man added to the resume. If he loses, the criticism will be brutal. You lost to a guy 2 weight classes below? So who does this really serve? Not the sport, not the rankings. Just the brand power of 2 big names, boosted by Turki Alalshik's blank check. This ain't a legacy fight. It's a show. A crossover event dressed up as pound-for-pound greatness. Even Oscar De La Hoya, someone who's promoted some of the biggest blockbusters in boxing history, isn't feeling this Canelo versus Crawford fight. And when Oscar says a mega fight doesn't belong in boxing, that's when you know something's off.
Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's going to do to him? Run him out of the ring. You know what's laughable also? Dana White being named the promoter of this fight, considering he's never been in the boxing space. Has no stable of boxers. He didn't negotiate. And is being handed this fight on a silver platter and called promoter. He's the trust fund baby of boxing. That's it. The trust fund baby of boxing. And get this. The fight will take place during the day on September 13th in Las Vegas. During the day. So Canelo will fight during the day on Netflix just to accommodate UFC Noche later that evening on a different network. So does that mean this fight isn't important? Do they not give a about the fans or viewership? Why is it that Canelo has to fight during the day on Mexican Independence Weekend? And UFC with a roster of names I've never heard of is going on prime time. Cinco de Mayo. He's fighting in Riyadh, and now he's fighting during the day on the biggest weekend in boxing. Yeah, Canelo will fight anywhere. Anytime he's told, because he doesn't give a all he cares is about the money. Doesn't give a fans.
He straight up called this matchup a joke and slammed it for being more about politics and power than actual competition. But here's where it gets even weirder. Dana White is now promoting this fight. Yes, the face of UFC. Dana White is now teaming up with Turki Alalshik and TKO to promote Canelo vs. Crawford under the banner of Riyadh Season. That tells you everything you need to know. This isn't about legacy. This isn't about weight classes. This is about money. About putting two shiny names on a Saudi stage and selling it as the biggest fight of the year, when real ones know it's just a crossover stunt. And if Dana White, who literally hates boxing politics, is willing to promote it, yeah, that bag must be crazy.
There's a lot of fucked up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing. If we sign a deal, I gotta fucking get on my phone quick and go, hey, we just fucking, because 90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Is that fight happening in Vegas still? Because
I'll let you guys know when it's time to let you know.
Don't get me wrong, there are boxing pros, analysts, and pundits out here hyped for Canelo vs. Crawford. And fair enough. At the end of the day, it's two of the biggest names in boxing stepping into the same ring. That's going to make headlines. It's going to bring in numbers. It's going to trend. But let's not pretend it's something it's not. This fight, in reality, is just a glorified exhibition.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo, because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is two action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
It's not for legacy. It's not for pound supremacy. It's not even for the fans who love technical matchups or fair weight class battles. It's for clout. It's for cash. It's for spectacle. But when you strip it all back, what does it really mean for the sport? Not much.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel
of course,
big.
yeah, I like Terence. I think, but I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
Sure, we'll all tune in. Sure, it'll look amazing on a giant Riyadh stage, but when it's all said and done, it's not pushing boxing forward. It's just giving casual fans something flashy to post about, while the real contenders in each division keep grinding for fights that actually matter. Get this, boxing purists had completely different dream matchups in mind for both these guys. Canelo versus Benavidez? That was the fight fans were begging for. The Mexican monster has been chasing that Canelo smoke for years, and the tension between them has only been building.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen. and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Benavidez is young, hungry, undefeated, and most importantly, in Canelo's own weight class. That matchup made perfect sense. It would have been a clash of eras, the reigning king versus the rising killer. That's the kind of fight that could have truly cemented Canelo's legacy at 168, not just padded his bag.
I'm tired of missing out on these fights. And I want the boxing community, because y'all cover it more than me, you cover it better than me, because you live it and breathe it and eat it every day. Could you help a brother out? How much help can I give y'all to help put pressure on these promoters to give us the damn fights we want to see? I want Canelo versus Benavidez. I don't want Benavidez fighting Beterbiev. I want him fighting his natural weight class, super middleweight, against Saul Canelo Alvarez. That is the fight we should all be demanding. That brother has earned a shot. And I understand Canelo, the businessman. He's like, he had to go through a lot and had to fight through everybody before he got on the top of the mountain where he could dictate terms. I totally understand that. And I'm not throwing no shade on Canelo. I'm just saying, we want to see this fight, especially if Benavidez handles his business this weekend. Canelo, we deserve to see that fight.
And on the other side, Terrence Crawford versus Jaron Boots Ennis. Now that's a matchup real boxing heads wanted. Boots is the future of the welterweight division and arguably the most avoided fighter in the sport right now.
What about the Terrence Bud Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering those questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
After Bud dominated Spence, the natural next step was to see if he could outclass the new generation. That fight would have told us everything we needed to know. Is Crawford still untouchable? Or is it time for the new era to rise?
Who's the most skilled fighter today?
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
Boots is one of my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skillful, yes, but this and this,
yeah,
it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talk it, but until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have. You don't even really know what you have.
Instead, we're getting a cross-division freak show where one guy is clearly outsized and the other is playing it safe. So yeah, it might be the biggest fight of the year, but it's definitely not the best fight we could have had. So now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Crawford has a real shot? Is this fight legit or just another Saudi-sponsored super show? Are you Team Canelo or Team Bud? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this debate going. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.